This video is for the 2015 Leaving Cert Business Short Question Solutions. So I will take you through the answers now. So question number 1 asks you to explain the term span of control and outline a situation where a narrow span of control may be appropriate. So the span of control refers to the number of people that report directly to a manager or a supervisor. And a narrow span would be appropriate where workers lack experience or a job requires a high level of expertise. In other words, the worker needs close supervision to do their job. So there'll be a narrow span of control there. What do the letters PAYE stand for question 2? And write the answer in the space provided. So PAYE is pay as you earn. 2 features of the PAYE system. So this would have been the older PAYE system, not the new PAYE Modernisation System that came into effect. For that system, many forms like P45, P12s, P60s, that's obviously not the case anymore. But it is still a direct tax on income earned from employment. Question 3. So you're asked to calculate the net profit percentage of Auburn Publishing for 2014. So you're given the figures: sales €50,000, gross profit €22,000, and expenses €12,000. So the figure for net profit percentage is net profit over sales multiplied by 100/1. So a student would be expected to be able to get or work out what the net profit would be. The gross profit minus expenses equals your net profit. So 22,000 minus 12,000 is 10,000. So your net profit in this question would be 10,000. So 10,000 over 50,000 multiplied by 100/1 is 20%. If the percentage was 25% for 2013, how management could use this information? So net profit would have fallen by 5%, showing that a firm's profitability has decreased. So you need to maybe, as a suggestion there, maybe look at your costs, to control your costs, for example, source a cheaper supplier, cut staff so you don't have to spend as much money, so your net profit could be significantly higher. For question 4, write true or false after each of these sentences. So the factors of production refer to the resources required for the generation of goods and services. That's true. And the non-labour capital enterprise make up your factors of production. The secondary sector refers to the construction and manufacturing industries. That's true as well. Service industries manufacture physical products for sale to consumers. No, they don't. Remember, service or the tertiary sector, they sell and they don't manufacture. Industries such as agriculture, fishing and forestry are based on a country's natural resources. That's true. And indigenous firms are foreign-owned firms. That's incorrect. Indigenous are from your own country, Irish-owned firms. So that would be false. Illustrate the difference between a merger and a strategic alliance. So a merger is a friendly joining of 2 or more businesses for mutual benefit. Like Glenbia formed from the merger of Avonmore and Waterford Foods. So that's a merger. It's when 2 or more businesses come together for mutual benefit. Where a strategic alliance is when 2 or more firms agree to cooperate and share resources for mutual benefit, like Starbucks and Blanchardstown outside the Odeon Cinema. The key thing about strategic alliance is they're both separate legal entities and they return back to normal once that agreement has finished. So that's the key thing there. Forming, storming, norming, and performing are stages in team development. You have to outline understanding of storming and norming. So storming is when team members test relationships. There's tension, there's conflict, and the differences are challenges. And norming is when the positive relationships and new ways of working together start to form or emerge. So there's greater sense of trust amongst team members. Explain the term exchange rate. This is question 7. So this is the price of one currency expressed in terms of another currency. And 2 possible risks which exchange rates could present for businesses in Ireland. So if the euro increases, Irish exports are more expensive and less competitive. This is bad, as sales could fall for Irish businesses. And if the euro falls, imports will be more expensive, increasing costs for Irish businesses. They have to pay more to get the goods into the country. And that also could be bad for consumers, guys, as well, because it means we would have to pay more. Question 8 then. So you've got your business organizations here and you've got your explanations and you've got to match up your terms. So public limited company, that's E. So shares are quoted or traded on the stock exchange. Franchise is D, a license granted by a business to another to sell its products or services in return for a fee. Cooperative there is F, owned by members of credit unions, are controlled and owned by members where each member has an equal say. Sole traders is A. They have unlimited liability, which means they're responsible for all debts and may lose personal assets to pay for these debts. And state-owned companies there is C. Owned, financed, and controlled by the government. The B there, owned by between 2 and 20 people, that's a partnership. Distinguish between primary and secondary picketing as types of industrial action available to employees. So primary picketing, as set out under the Industrial Relations Act 1990, is lawful when a worker walks up and down with placards peacefully protesting outside their workplace as part of an official industrial dispute. Secondary picketing, that's only legal if the workers believe the second employer was acting to frustrate industrial action by assisting the original employer. So, for example, there, if workers in say a Tesco were protesting, and say SuperValu sent workers over to Tesco to man the tills, well, then there would be legitimate grounds or reasons for these original Tesco workers to be unhappy, so they could therefore protest outside SuperValu. It's only legal if there's a direct link to assist the original employer in the dispute. Question 10 then, outline 2 methods of promoting entrepreneurship. You could have a culture where it is okay to make mistakes. That culture is embedded in Google. You could give financial rewards for effort or creativity, like a bonus or commission on sales if the product comes to market. So there is the answers to 2015 Leaving Cert Business short questions.